Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what does it truly mean to live fully in your later years? The truth is, old age isn't just the final chapter of your story. It's a time to embrace, to cherish, and to finally savor the life you've spent years building. But here's the thing. Small, seemingly innocent mistakes can creep in, robbing you of your peace, your happiness, and your ability to truly enjoy these moments. These aren't just mistakes, they're roadblocks. They blur the beauty of what should be your most reflective and meaningful years. They pull you away from the person you've worked so hard to become. In today's video, we're diving deep into 13 mistakes to avoid in old age, seen through the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. These lessons aren't just for avoiding regret. They're a guide to creating a life that's rich in meaning and peace, no matter your age. Because here's the truth, it's never too late to grow, to change, and to find true happiness. Let's reflect, let's learn, and let's rewrite the story of what old age can be, a time of fulfillment, wisdom, and joy. Together, let's make every moment count. Neglecting your physical well-being. Let's get real. If you're neglecting your physical health, you're not just harming your body, you're sabotaging your entire life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that a healthy body is the foundation for a balanced, peaceful existence. When you let your health slip, it's not just your body that suffers, your mind, your spirit, and even your relationships pay the price. Think about it. How can you face life's challenges if your body is weak and worn down? Imagine being a warrior heading into battle. Your armor cracked, your sword dull. You're not ready, and neither is your body when you neglect it. Even history and faith remind us of this truth. Take Mahatma Gandhi, for example. Despite his slender frame, Gandhi prioritized physical and mental discipline, fasting not as a punishment, but as a way to purify both body and spirit. His strength wasn't in his size, but in his resilience, a lesson in how physical health supports mental fortitude. Now consider Jeanne Calment, the French woman who holds the record for the longest confirmed human lifespan at 122 years. She credited her longevity to staying active, cycling until her hundreds, and maintaining a diet of olive oil and chocolate. She didn't just live, she thrived, showing us that simple, consistent care can lead to a life filled with vitality. But here's the harsh truth. When you let your health slide, it doesn't just affect you. Your loved ones suffer too. Your inability to care for yourself becomes a weight on them. Think about the impact of your choices. Every skipped workout, every sleepless night, every moment of stress you let pile up. Taking care of your health isn't just about hitting the gym or eating kale salads. It's about balance, resting when you need to, managing stress before it consumes you, and showing up for yourself day after day. Ask yourself, am I treating my body like the sacred temple it is, or am I letting bad habits slowly destroy it? It's not too late to start. Take that first step today, because the longer you wait, the heavier the burden becomes, not just on you, but on everyone who loves you. Neglecting your physical health isn't just a mistake, it's a choice to live a lesser life. Don't let your body, your mind, or your spirit pay the price. Falling into social isolation. The renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized the importance of maintaining social bonds. When we withdraw from society, we don't just lose connections. We open the door to stress, loneliness, and even depression. Social isolation robs us of the joy and support that relationships provide. Studies consistently show that older adults with strong social networks live longer, healthier, and happier lives compared to those who remain isolated. Why? Because connection fosters resilience, mental health, and a sense of purpose. Take a moment to reflect on this. Even spiritual leaders understand the need for community. Consider Mother Teresa, whose life revolved around uplifting others. Her mission was fueled by an intricate web of relationships, her fellow missionaries, the poor she served, and the global community that supported her. This underscores a simple truth. Even the strongest individuals need social bonds to give and receive love. In daily life, countless examples show the power of staying connected. Fred Beckey, an iconic mountaineer known for his longevity and zest for life, credited much of his happiness to maintaining relationships within the climbing community. Even into his 90s, he surrounded himself with people who shared his passion and energy. So how can you avoid the trap of isolation? Start small. Join clubs, attend social gatherings, volunteer, or reconnect with old friends. These small acts of reaching out create a ripple effect, filling your life with meaning and shared joy. Remember this: isolation is a silent thief that dims the brightness of your later years. Take action now to nurture relationships and find fulfillment in connection. As Epictetus reminds us, being part of a community doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. Overlooking your mental well-being. Let's talk about something we often overlook: our mental health. It's not just about achieving inner peace, it's about creating a rock-solid foundation for every decision, every relationship, and every challenge we face. Yet in the whirlwind of life, how often do we neglect our minds? Ever had those days where nothing feels right? You've got the job, the house, the stuff, but your soul feels hollow. Anxiety creeps in, and no matter what you do, you can't shake that emptiness. That's what happens when mental health takes a back seat. Left unchecked, it spirals into depression, despair, and a life that feels like it's falling apart. Think about a time when you were overwhelmed, when getting out of bed felt like a mountain to climb, when every text felt like an obligation, and the world around you seemed to dim. These moments don't just sap your energy, they chip away at your physical health and rob you of joy. Take the story of Sarah. A dedicated nurse, she poured herself into her work, always putting others first. But after years of ignoring her mental health, she hit a breaking point: burnout. It wasn't until she began practicing mindfulness and attending therapy that she found her way back to herself. Sarah didn't just recover, she thrived, her newfound clarity enhancing her work and deepening her connections with loved ones. Here's the truth: your mental health isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Meditation, journaling, therapy, or even a heart-to-heart with a trusted friend can work wonders. It's about creating space to breathe, to process, to heal. So ask yourself, are you nurturing your mind, or are you letting stress and chaos run the show? Take a moment, just a moment every day, to pause and tune into yourself. Because when your mind is cared for, everything else falls into place. Overlooking financial preparation. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. Neglecting financial planning is a mistake far too many people make as they approach their later years. From a Stoic perspective, peace of mind and financial stability are deeply connected. Without financial security, the mental space needed for spiritual growth, reflection, and savoring life's beauty is consumed by anxiety. Now picture this: a life where you're not constantly worried about paying bills, covering unexpected medical expenses, or staying afloat. That sense of security doesn't just bring relief. It creates room to truly focus on what matters most, whether it's relationships, personal growth, or enjoying life's simple pleasures. Yet many dismiss financial planning as either unimportant or too complicated. This leads to a cascade of consequences: mounting debts, diminished assets, and psychological stress. Ask yourself, how can you live a peaceful life if you're haunted by financial worries? Financial planning isn't about becoming wealthy, it's about being prepared. It's about managing expenses, making wise investments, and setting aside resources for the inevitable curveballs life throws at us. As the saying goes, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Your financial security safeguards not just your material needs, but also your spirit and peace of mind. Consider two individuals with similar incomes. One works tirelessly, yet ignores financial planning. By the time they retire, they're overwhelmed by debt and forced to take odd jobs just to survive. The other starts small but plans wisely, saving consistently, budgeting effectively, and preparing for retirement. They step into old age with confidence, able to savor their golden years without constant financial stress. Stoic philosophy emphasizes living according to your values and not allowing external worries, like financial instability, to disrupt your inner peace. By managing your finances thoughtfully, you can secure the freedom to enjoy a meaningful, serene life. So ask yourself, are you prepared for the future, or are you leaving it to chance? Begin now, because it's never too late to take control of your financial well-being. Resisting technological change. Technology isn't just about gadgets or software. It's a bridge to connection, learning, and growth. Yet so many resist it, fearing the unknown or feeling overwhelmed by the rapid pace of change. But here's the truth. Adapting to technology doesn't mean becoming an expert. It simply means being open to learning. Think about this. Have you ever struggled with a new device or app only to feel a sense of accomplishment once you figured it out? That's the power of embracing technology. For example, many older adults have learned to use smartphones, and the results are life-changing. They stay connected with their families, rekindle old friendships, and even explore new hobbies. Technology can enhance more than just social connections. Healthcare apps can help monitor your health, remind you of medication schedules, or track fitness goals. By ignoring these tools, you risk missing out on opportunities to improve your quality of life. Stoic philosophy teaches us to adapt to life's changes with grace and resilience. Not adapting to technology can lead to isolation and missed opportunities. Embrace progress, not just for convenience, but to enrich your journey with purpose and joy. Imagine this: using technology to learn something new every day, connecting with loved ones at a moment's notice, and making informed decisions about your well-being. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back from these possibilities. Trapped in harmful relationships. Have you ever wondered why toxic relationships cut so deeply, leaving scars that linger far beyond the moments of conflict? In Stoic philosophy, holding on to toxic relationships is seen as one of the most destructive mistakes we can make, a barrier that keeps us from experiencing true peace and happiness. Peace and happiness begin within us, and often the first step toward reclaiming them is removing the negative influences in our lives, especially toxic relationships. Think about this. A toxic relationship is one where you feel trapped, controlled, or drained. It's a space filled with negativity where emotions like anxiety, anger, and sadness dominate. Have you ever left a conversation or interaction feeling mentally and emotionally exhausted? That's the toll of toxicity. Toxic relationships don't just weigh on your heart, they affect your body too. Studies show that enduring toxic relationships increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and even serious physical ailments like cardiovascular disease. This isn't a fleeting inconvenience, it's a proven reality with profound consequences. Letting go of toxic relationships doesn't mean you lack compassion or forgiveness. In fact, it can be the most compassionate choice, both for yourself and the other person. Sometimes stepping away is the only way to protect your peace and allow growth for both parties. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you, and who bring joy into your life. As Stoic philosophy teaches, and as Jesus demonstrated through his actions, true strength lies in knowing when to let go of what harms us. Loving yourself enough to walk away from toxicity is not selfish. It's a declaration of your worth. Live a life worth living. Start by choosing relationships that nurture your soul and protect your peace. Lacking personal hobbies or passions. Have you ever felt like life has become dull, monotonous, or lacking in meaning? Without hobbies or passions, it's easy to feel stuck in a rut, disconnected from yourself, and adrift in the world. Stoic philosophy teaches us that not pursuing hobbies or interests is more than a missed opportunity. It's a mistake that diminishes the richness of life and hinders personal growth. Hobbies are not just pastimes, they're lifelines. They connect us to joy, creativity, and self-discovery. Without them, life often feels aimless, like a ship without a compass. Many retirees who don't develop new hobbies struggle with this transition, often facing mental health challenges like depression or anxiety. Take the story of Julia Child, for instance. Julia didn't find her passion for cooking until later in life, but once she did, she turned it into a lifelong journey that brought joy to millions. Her love for French cuisine transformed her life, proving it's never too late to discover a passion that fills your days with purpose and excitement. Hobbies also unlock new skills. Whether it's learning to paint, playing an instrument, or even gardening, these activities bring joy and help uncover untapped potential. Imagine taking up photography and finding beauty in everyday moments, or writing stories that capture your imagination. So ask yourself, are you living each day with excitement and curiosity? What sparks joy in your life? Don't let the days blur into each other. Seek out what makes you feel alive. Life is too precious to let it slip by without passion, resisting change and holding on to the past. Have you ever felt trapped by your own memories, as though holding on to the past was the only way to find comfort? In Stoic philosophy, avoiding change and clinging to the past is seen as a significant mistake. It shackles us, preventing us from living in the present and seizing new opportunities. By refusing to embrace change, we miss out on countless possibilities. Imagine someone like Oprah Winfrey who faced unimaginable hardships early in life. She could have let her painful past define her, but instead, she chose to embrace change, grow from her struggles, and build a legacy that inspires millions. If Oprah had clung to her past without accepting change, the world might have been deprived of her profound impact. Every change, whether small or life-altering, teaches us invaluable lessons. These lessons strengthen us and prepare us for the future. Ask yourself, how many times have you let old memories hold you back? How often have you resisted stepping out of your comfort zone out of fear of the unknown? Letting go of the past isn't about forgetting. It's about making space for what's to come. Be brave enough to face change, no matter how uncomfortable it feels at first. It's in those moments of discomfort that growth begins. Open your heart to new experiences and broaden your horizons, because that's where happiness and fulfillment truly lie. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius urged us to live in the present, not by avoiding change, but by meeting it head-on and overcoming it. Don't let the past define you. Let it shape you into someone ready for all that the future has to offer. Not planning for end-of-life care. Planning for the end of life isn't about giving up. It's about taking charge. It's an act of wisdom and love, ensuring that you and your family can face the future with clarity, calm, and preparedness. Avoiding this crucial step can lead to unnecessary pain, conflict, and suffering for both you and your loved ones. Consider the case of the legendary singer Prince. When he passed away in 2016 without a will, his estate became mired in legal disputes and family conflict. What should have been a time for mourning turned into a chaotic struggle over his legacy. This lack of preparation created unnecessary stress for his family and tarnished what could have been a graceful farewell. In contrast, think of someone like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who carefully planned her end-of-life wishes. By ensuring that her medical care, legacy, and personal matters were addressed, she lifted an emotional and logistical burden off her family's shoulders. Her foresight allowed her loved ones to focus on celebrating her life instead of untangling complications after her death. When we plan for the inevitable, we free ourselves from the fear and uncertainty of the unknown. Instead of avoiding the subject, ask yourself, have I made the necessary arrangements for my final days? Have I communicated my wishes to my loved ones to spare them unnecessary hardship? End-of-life planning isn't about dwelling on death. It's about living a more intentional life now. By confronting the reality of mortality, you take control and create a legacy of peace and love for those you care about. The Stoic philosophers teach us to face life's truths with courage and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You may leave this life at any moment. Have this possibility in your mind in all that you do." Preparing for the end isn't about pessimism. It's about ensuring that you and your loved ones can embrace life with serenity and gratitude, missing out on life's joys. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that true joy doesn't come from possessions or status, but from how we choose to perceive the world around us. Yet many of us fail to enjoy the lives we have, caught up in worries, regrets, or endless pursuits of more. In Stoic philosophy, not enjoying life is a significant mistake. It robs us of the meaning and joy present in every moment. Life's beauty isn't reserved for grand milestones. It's found in the simplicity of the here and now. Consider the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Despite enduring immense hardship, he found joy in the simplest acts, spinning his own cloth, walking barefoot on the earth, and connecting with the people he served. Gandhi taught that contentment arises not from external circumstances, but from the peace we cultivate within ourselves. Think of Anthony Bourdain, a world-renowned chef and storyteller. Despite traveling the globe and experiencing cultures through food and conversation, he struggled with inner turmoil and found it difficult to savor the joy he inspired in others. His story is a powerful reminder that external success cannot replace internal fulfillment. Imagine walking in a park, feeling the crisp breeze and hearing the rustle of leaves, or savoring your favorite meal while sharing stories with a loved one. These moments, while simple, can ground us in gratitude and bring profound peace. Are you truly enjoying the life you have? Are you cherishing the little things, a smile, a quiet morning, or a heartfelt conversation? Don't let life rush past in a blur. Slow down, appreciate what you have. Joy isn't a destination, it's a choice you make every day. Let us know in the comments what brings you happiness. Let's reflect and inspire one another to live fully and meaningfully. Failing to ask for help when necessary. Think about Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest leaders in history. Before becoming the 16th President of the United States, Lincoln faced countless failures and setbacks. Yet he didn't allow pride or fear to keep him from seeking guidance. He turned to mentors and allies for support, and it was this humility that helped him achieve remarkable success. Failing to ask for help doesn't make you strong. It makes you isolated. When we refuse to seek support, we bear the weight of life's burdens alone, stifling our potential and progress. Humans are not meant to walk this journey alone. Collaboration and mutual support are at the heart of growth and achievement. Are you carrying too much on your own shoulders? What stops you from asking for support when you truly need it? Pride? Fear? These barriers don't protect you. They imprison you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that humans are designed to work together. What's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. Refusing to seek or accept help is not only detrimental to you, but also to those who care about you. Opening up and seeking support doesn't mean you failed. It means you have the wisdom to recognize your limits and the courage to overcome them. Whether it's turning to a trusted friend, seeking professional advice, or simply asking someone to listen, reaching out is the first step toward true peace and happiness. So ask yourself, are you ready to let go of your pride and embrace the strength of community? Life's challenges are meant to be shared, not endured alone. Take that step today. It might just transform your life. Neglecting mental growth and learning. In Stoic philosophy, failing to nurture your intellect is a grave mistake. It's like abandoning a garden. Without care and attention, weeds of complacency take over, choking out growth and vitality. The mind, like the body, needs regular exercise to remain sharp, curious, and vibrant. A stagnant mind leads to declining creativity, problem-solving abilities, and an overall sense of purpose. Intellectual stimulation isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about keeping your mind engaged and thriving in an ever-changing world. Consider the example of Leonardo da Vinci. Known as a Renaissance genius, his insatiable curiosity spanned across art, science, and engineering. Da Vinci filled thousands of pages with sketches, ideas, and observations, proving that intellectual curiosity fuels innovation and purpose. Without his commitment to learning, the world would have missed out on his extraordinary contributions. Intellectual growth doesn't always require formal education. Reading, engaging in meaningful conversations, exploring new hobbies, or tackling complex problems can all nurture your intellect. Whether it's picking up a challenging book, learning a new language, or exploring an unfamiliar topic, every step enriches your mind and your life. Ask yourself, are you dedicating time each day to expand your knowledge? Are you challenging your mind to grow beyond its comfort zone? Don't let your intellect wither. Treat your mind like the most beautiful garden, nurture it daily, and it will reward you with creativity, resilience, and fulfillment. Intellectual stimulation isn't just an exercise. It's a pathway to living a meaningful and enriched life. Overlooking emotional health. Emotional well-being is the foundation of a fulfilling life, yet it's often overlooked in the hustle and grind of daily routines. In Stoic philosophy, nurturing your emotions isn't a luxury. It's essential for finding inner peace and building resilience in the face of life's challenges. Consider the life of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing, who worked tirelessly during the Crimean War to improve sanitation and care for soldiers. Despite the physical and emotional toll of her work, Nightingale prioritized emotional strength through reflection and a deep sense of purpose. Her unwavering commitment to caring for others was rooted in her ability to maintain her own emotional balance, enabling her to persevere and inspire. Look at Heath Ledger, an actor whose immense talent brought him worldwide fame, but who struggled privately with emotional health. His untimely death reminds us that success and outward accomplishments cannot substitute for emotional well-being. Neglecting the care of our inner world can lead to devastating outcomes, no matter how successful we appear to others. Your emotional state shapes how you see the world, make decisions, and connect with others. Ignoring your emotions can lead to burnout, anxiety, and even despair. Yet when you prioritize emotional care through reflection, seeking help, or simply finding moments of joy, you build the strength to navigate life's storms. Practical steps to nurture emotional health. Take time each day to reflect on your feelings. Seek outlets for stress, like meditation, journaling, or creative expression. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Don't hesitate to ask for help when you need it. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Ask yourself, are you taking the time to nurture your emotional well-being? Are you truly listening to your inner voice? Or are you letting the noise of life drown it out? Your emotions are not burdens, they are signals. Tend to them with care and compassion, and they'll guide you toward a life filled with clarity, joy, and inner peace. Life is a beautiful book. Don't let neglect write unnecessary chapters of struggle and pain. Instead, use each page to create moments of healing, love, and fulfillment.